What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well. Today we are back on some MX bikes, and today I'm bringing you an exciting new track that's going to release on the store later today, Thursday that is, the 31st of August. And this track is created by the guys at Dirt Push Collective, which is a combination of J-Mertz, J-Gas and Steeler. Now this is a track that is based on, I believe it's Canyon Raceway Park, I believe is the name of it, motocross track, and it's located in Arizona. It's a track from in real life that has since closed down, I've been informed, and the track itself uses LiDAR data, so that is like a real height map. I'm guessing that obviously the jumps and ruts have been man-made, but the actual like terrain
if you've been
as
putting
such,
off
like
buying
the
that new
rolling
MX
hills,
gear, or you're just
etc.,
looking for some
that
new
is from real life data, so really cool to see some real data being put into these games. There's a few features of this place, so obviously with it being Arizona, there's not the most greenery around, so I'm not going to take any points off for that.
to the European, Swedish
Big
and
fan of the
Norwegian
blimps. I'm
websites,
surprised that
not
there's no
Canada
like
or
little
the USA.
hidden secrets
Also, I've got your
inside
attention.
there
You may as
overall,
well subscribe to the channel.
it's not just one track here. So we've got the main track in the middle,
Hope you
which
enjoy the rest of
also
the
I
video.
think has a very cool start straight. How it starts over there, drops down a hill, and then meets onto the track here. We've also got around the outside here. This little loop is kind of like just a scrub trail as such. So hit these big boy jumps, send some absolutely phase. I do like this here, how you can kind of jump out of this corner and downside these rollers and carry on going. And then also at the very end over here, which I might attempt on a pit bike or like the CRF 110 at the end. This is a BMX kind of like pump slash turn track overall. So it's like very small jumps, probably nothing crazy, but I've been told this is a very hard loop to master, but very rewarding if you do so. So we're going to save that until the end, and we'll definitely give it a go. So overall, really cool stuff. There's two like daytime modes for this as well. If you set it to sunny in game, we have this version that you see here during the day, and if you change it to cloudy in game, it gives you a nighttime. However, Steeler, who has been the one who's been nice enough to send me this a little bit early, has said just for the sake of YouTube video visibility, better to run the daytime track. So that's exactly what I'm doing. And also, finally, before we get going, if I can find where I am on the track, where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Oh God, we're rocking the factory YZ252 stroke, so it should be really good fun. Let's get into it. You know, thinking about it, that's probably the longest like video introduction I think I've ever done. I don't think I've ever spoken about a track and flying around so much before. But let's get into this. So this is going to be raw impressions. No laps have been spun yet. Just from the flyover, I can tell that this is going to be a disgustingly fast track. But all the more reason why some two-stroke action in my life is going to be some really good fun. I'm trying to get used to this Yami two-stroke, but actually I really like how it handles. The one thing that throws me off a little bit is the cockpit feels really weird in terms of the view. So I've been messing around with it a little bit, but it feels like the handlebars and like handguards feel really big. But I'm sure that's something I can tweak with time, maybe move the camera back a little bit more so it doesn't feel all up in my face. Now, we're going to do the same thing that we've been doing in all these videos. That was accidentally a really nice kind of jump into that inside. Oh my Christ. I'm going to do what I usually do in these videos. So for anyone who is, well, I say is, who was a local for this track since it's now closed down, I want you guys to help me out, as always, and in the description, once you've kind of seen me spin a few laps here, or after you've played your track yourself later on today, depending on whenever you see this video, I want you to tell me how you think these boys have done in terms of... obviously, it's not an exact replica. They said it's based on real life, but lots of adjustments to make it play a lot better in-game, which I don't blame them for. It's very hard to make like an exact one-to-one replica in this game that is also enjoyable. I know when I made my track Riverside MX, it just would have been incredibly boring if I left it as is. I had to add in a whole bunch of different ruts and a bunch of extra jumps everywhere that aren't there in real life usually, because a lot of tracks, you don't really think about it until you see a track IRL and you kind of relay it to how it would ride in game. But a lot of tracks, they have a lot of flat straights, like straights without a jump or like rollers or anything like that. Whereas I feel like in MX bikes, if you get a track that just has just a flat straight with nothing on it, it probably gets boring really quickly. So I'm all for taking real tracks and essentially reimagining them. I think that's the word I'd like to use, is just having it loosely based on, my God, you could definitely jump over all that. Wait, what is this? This isn't part of the turn-in... No, it's not. Okay, that's just a random a random free ride jump that I found. Okay, thank you very much. Like that people go and put in random bits like that here and there. You know, when I was flying around as well before I started playing, I was still a bit worried at some of the ruts because they looked fairly mellow. But actually, due to how the corners laid out, where they're not super tight, they're quite quite open and flowy. They haven't got. Oh my Christ! I genuinely, I wouldn't survive half of these washes out or crashes if I wasn't on these factory bikes. They are so forgiving. Oh, they just make my life so much easier than having to try and like reset and get going again. So sorry, back to these kind of like ruts that we got going on here. I don't think that you would need to have them much deeper at all, just because of how wide open the corners are, but they hold you really well, which I'm quite surprised by. I thought there'd be a little bit of a struggle when I first loaded the track up. I can see, I was also a little bit curious about like the raised edges all the way around the track before, because sometimes that can open things up to weird lines on takeoff or jumps where you can low line things, but they seem to work pretty damn good. I think it's kind of there more to define track limits as such, because the on track compared to the off track, there's not too much difference. Like there's bits like this where it's quite easy to see because the on track's a little bit darker. There's some parts of the track where they kind of blend together a little bit, but again, being an Arizona track, I imagine that it's probably quite dusty and quite barren around it in real life. But again, that's something that you guys can let me know. Right, let me send this, see if I can get over it. Get her, don't wash the front. Oh, stay on track. Yes. Okay, that's definitely the, I want to say, the preferred line for me at least. And again, Max HUD helping me out massively. Before I take off on most of these jumps, I'm having a look over to the right, seeing if the jump goes straight or if there's a little turn straight after it. Let's go around the outside here, because I feel like I keep taking a lot of similar lines. I want to try and mix it up a bit and go outside up here as well, because I've not taken that yet. That's probably like the sharpest turn on the track. A little like 90 degree, and it's not even sharp at all. Oh, flatlands. You know, we're going to go outside here so you can carry some momentum. We can. I think if you learn the lines around here, there's probably very few places where you actually have to shut off the throttle. I'm going to go outside here because I keep casing this jump so we can stretch this out. That feels very satisfying on this two strokes, I have to say, is when you really seat bounce and try stretching out a jump and you have the front end coming up near you. It's so nice, so satisfying to do. Just a little jump down here. What we got? We've got tight inside. That inside holds you very nicely. I accidentally exited that a little bit early, like that wasn't intentional, but it worked out really nice. It's almost like I jumped out and downsided the jump straight afterwards, and then we can just hit some fat old scrubs along here. I would even say the 252 stroke might be a little bit too powerful for some of these sections. I think maybe the 150 might need to make a bit of an appearance, or 254 stroke maybe. But that is, I think, what have I done, like three laps or so? I'm on 1.4 road. That seems to be kind of my go-to number at the moment. That couldn't save me there. Oh, I don't think I'm going to get over this now either. Let's jump to the inside. Oh, I didn't quite make it. That's fine. Got a nice little bounce. Back up here. So yeah, the arrow's on 1.4. It's not going crazy deep. At the same time, it's still nice and visible. Somehow I've managed to take the exact same line and take off this jump every single time, even though I've hit it multiple times over. But that's the main track right there. So I want to see, this is probably going to go absolutely horrendously because you guys know me and my kind of like free ride ways. So I'm going to set a marker here. I want to get a clean loop of this, I guess it's like a scrub / jump loop around the outside here. I want to get a clean run. I don't know how big these jumps are. I don't know how fast I need to hit them. That was pretty damn perfect. And again. Oh, please. Yes! Right, now this is the bit I was excited for. No, don't take the front! No! Oh, that's fine, we survived. It's jumping out of that corner. And a little scrub. I apologise, by the way. My voice is going. And I was about to say I don't know why it's going, but I do know. Again, I've had a all-day Minecraft sesh with Chicken and Reese, so that is exactly why it's going. I've been talking non-stop all day. Oh, I had such a good feeling earlier. So this world round, usually what I do when I play Minecraft is there's two ways I usually approach things. One is I will either focus really heavily on a house and then get to a point where I end up going back to like stone tools because I use up all my iron on tools to like build stuff and I don't go getting diamond or iron and things like that. Or the other way is I live in the mines for a couple of days, have like the tiniest little shack, and that's it. This one's a little bit different, so I've kind of gone half and half. So for the last couple of days, I've been living off of iron tools because we have got an iron farm in the world, so haven't got to worry about that anymore. I'm really focusing on trying to build a nice looking house. However, today, I got fed up of struggling, essentially. So I made a gold farm on top of a nether, which is also really good for XP. So finally having a good amount of levels, I was able to get a fortune-free pickaxe. So then I went mining today, and I came back after one mining sesh with 95 diamonds. So your boy is now fully set up. He can now fully go about getting perfect, like enchants on all his armor and stuff. The only thing that I have to do after this now is go about getting netherite and upgrading it even further. So very, very happy man. Very successful day when it comes to the mines. What can I say? I'm a little bit addicted to it at the moment. Also wanted to mention, so obviously I realise we're probably about 10 minutes deep into the video at this point, so not everyone's still going to be here. But tomorrow, Friday, the 1st of September, I did do a vote in Discord 2 days ago, and the vote seemed to be pretty unanimous. I've overjumped this every single time. That I'm going to do another donate-a-thon. We didn't do one technically all the way through August. I guess this one is September, I suppose, even though it's the 1st of September. But yeah, I'm doing another donate-a-thon on Friday the 1st. It's going to start at midday my time, so that's 1 PM for most of Europe, probably about 6 AM for America. But I'm going to go for 24 hours again. That's kind of what I'm setting it up as from the start. If we get to that point and I feel like I can go longer, of course I'll open it up for the possibility to do so. But don't set it in stone. I don't want to be going for another 37-hour live stream. That was disgusting by the end of the last one. It really, really was. Although I do appreciate all the support. So if you are a little bit bored on your Friday, or if you've just not got much to do, stick your boy on your second monitor, have a watch, chill out. We'll do a bunch of MX bikes racing for most of the day. There's even a chance that maybe I'll load up the Minecraft world and do a bit of that, depending on how it's going. I'll probably do a poll though during the stream, because I always feel bad when I switch games and people are there to watch MX bikes only, and then we switch it up to something different, and the viewer numbers just absolutely drop through the floor. But yeah, exciting for Friday, so tomorrow, whenever if you're watching this on the day of release. So we've done main track. We've done this little scrub track around here, which is actually quite satisfying just to spin laps on. I think the jumps are kind of like a size you'd expect, except for the one over there, where I feel like the takeoff's quite big, so you do have to check up quite a bit and scrub it. But yeah, we're not having any trouble getting up and over these jumps. We're also not massively over jumping any, other than the one through here. So then the only other thing left to do is to slap a CRF 110 between our legs and go and ride that pit bike, or say pit bike track, the BMX turn jump pump track that's all the way over that side of the map over there. Now I went to the store today and I've seen it about before, I've just never bothered buying it, but I bought some vanilla flavoured Coke for the first time, and I have to say I was actually very, very disappointed. I definitely kind of confirmed to myself that I'm more of a Pepsi / Dr. Pepper enjoyer than I am Coke. There's just something about Coke that doesn't really hit different for me. I always feel like, I mean, really bad part is I feel like I always feel like I've got fuzzy teeth after I drink it, which probably is a weird way of describing it, but if you know the feeling, then you'll know exactly what I mean. What on earth has just happened on my other monitor? Okay, apparently my Discord just closed and reopened itself. I'm not sure what's going on there, but either way, let's carry. Oh my Christ! Okay, he wasn't joking when he said there was a big canyon jump. I thought this would be the bike of choice for this little track here, but honestly, it feels a little bit underpowered. Although that was just lap number 1. I'm probably absolutely butchering the track. I think once I know the layout and I've spun a couple of laps, we should be okay, but this isn't something that I'm going to spend a lot of time on, let's be honest. This is just one of them fun little extras. That people tend to put on the outskirts of their track so nobody gets too bored. We're going to, oh god, it goes to the left here. And we're going to go to the right. Tiny little jump into this inside. Drop her down into second. Little double out. The issue with this 110 is where it's so short. Got such short wheel span. It's a little bit sketchy. Stretch it. Over the bars. Right, that was almost a perfect landing on the jump before it. But I think if we get it just right and we downside the jump before it, fine. If we then bang our wide open and really stretch it out, we should be able to get all the way up. And what's going on? I usually really enjoy this 110. Like, I have no issues with it, but it's handling hella dodgy for me right now. So, little back wheel tap. So roll through here, deep rollers. I'm literally missing all the jumps out at this point. It's fine. We're taking creative lines. Maybe that's what we should call it. We're not cheating. Right, so it's here that I need to be good. Round to the left. Little double. Little double. No, cased it. I'm going to turn around. I want to do it again. I want to hit that perfectly clean. I'm not going to be satisfied until I get it right. I'm even going to set a marker here. Right. We'll go in. Round to the left. Oh, I've jumped it a little bit far. Saw nothing. That didn't happen. I'm sitting here until I do it. I don't care. You click off the video if you want. I don't... Oh, this is it. This is it. This is it. At the brake. Clean! Oh, there we go. So, bit of a stretch. Can't lie. It probably wasn't meant to be ridden on this bike. I don't know what you'd want to do it on. Probably a 125, to be honest. Especially them factory ones. They're very, very spicy. I've been enjoying the game more recently than I ever have done. The only reason I've not been sitting here grinding all day is just because I've been playing Minecraft and we've got a new world going. And, you know, Minecraft's one of them things where, if you're like me, you'll grind it out for 2 weeks and then not touch it for another 6 months and then just keep doing that on repeat. So I'm kind of in that Minecraft spell right now. Of course, I won't be able to do that during the donate one. Oh, 2 laps in a row, surely not. Stretch it, dab the brake. Cleanish, not quite too clean, but that'll do it from me. Thank you very much to the Dirt Push boys for letting me try this out a little bit early and showing it off for you guys. I hope you did enjoy it. Again, let me know your thoughts on the main track, if you like it or not, and how much does it differ from the real one. I know it's based on the real track, but I'm just not too sure the extent of that, having never seen it or ridden it myself. But that'll do it for me. Please do drop a like if you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel if you're new, all that good stuff, and have a lovely rest of the day. That is the most important thing. I'll catch you boys next time. Peace.